Hello!
Hi!
Hi everyone, how are you doing? Another month's over, so you know what that means.
Wrapup.
TBR! Maybe possible.
Can't stick to those.
You going first, Nicolini?
Okay. Well, it was a pretty good month for me. I read 9 books.
Ooh!
Plus we had the 24-hour readathon. Granted, we were out for a lot of that day.
Yeah.
And I only managed to read 1 book.
Yeah.
Out of all that I planned to read, but that's okay. So, most of this month I read on my Kindle. I read pretty much a good chunk of the Experiment in Terror books by Karina Hall? I don't know how you... Hall? Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I first read Dead Sky Morning, which is number 3. And then I read The Lion Season, which is number 4. Then I read On Demon Wings. Then I read a couple novellas, Old Blood. Then The Dex Files. And then Into the Hollow, which is number 6. And With Madness Comes a Light, which is another novella, so 6.5. And then I read Come Alive, which is number 7. And then for the readathon, I read The Wicked Will Rise by Danielle Page. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. I can't wait for the next one. I just wish this book was a lot longer. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, I flew through this book in no time. So. And for TBR, I don't think I'm picking anything out of my TBR jar because I haven't read my TBR jar picks for the last 2 months.
Oops.
So I'm going to be like, nah. But I'm most likely going to finish the Experiment in Terror books because there's only 2 left. I'm on Ashes to Ashes, which is number 8. I'm like 28% done according to my Kindle. So I will most likely be reading the last 2. So other than that, I don't really know.
Cool beans.
So it was a pretty good month for reading.
Yes. Okay, so earlier this month, well, early in April, my sister and I, we took a trip up to where we grew up to go visit family. So on the way there, we listened to audiobooks. Kind of help. I mean, we were driving, and it's a 24-hour drive, so why not
Well,
just...
no, it's really a 20-hour drive, but we stopped, so it ended up being 24 hours.
Yeah. So we pretty much caught up on the Kevin Hearn series, The Iron Druid Chronicles. We finished Trap because we actually started that in March. So we finished that. We listened to Hunted, Shattered, the novella Two Ravens and a Crow, and we also listened to, which I had already previously listened to, The Grimoire of the Lamb. And then I read 2 physical books this month. I finished Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. Yay, finally! I actually got into this book a lot quicker than I thought I would. I got into it, it took, the first 8 chapters for me were a little slow. And then once Scarlet saw Wolf at the fights, I got into it. I was like, ooh, some action! So yeah. So I finished that one, so all I have to read is Cress and Ferris, and I'm caught up until winter comes out.
Yeah.
And then, I finished that during the 24-hour readathon. And then, by J.C. Burton, I read Melting the Ice, which I got as a birthday gift. Thank you, Nikki. It's a cute story. It's about, I pronounced it Carolina because her male counterpart calls her Lena, so I figured it's pronounced Carolina, but you might pronounce it Carolina. I don't know. Carolina Preston. She is the daughter of the current president of the United States, but she's a fashion designer, and she just recently opened up her own fashion house, and she's preparing for Fashion Week. And her brother is a NASCAR driver, and her college, I won't call him college sweetheart, he is a famous hockey player. And she asks her brother to be one of the male models in her fashion show, because she wants to do both women's and men's clothing. And he goes, well, why don't we contact my friend who, all of a sudden, I can't think of his name. Oh, my God. What was his name? Oh, my God. Drew. Right? How could I forget Drew? Anyways, so he's like, why don't we call Drew? I mean, he's in town. He plays for the local hockey team. And she's kind of like, I don't know, because they ended everything in college on bad vibes. And he's like, come on, I'll just call him. And his brother calls him up, and he's like, yeah, sure, I'll come do it. So it's basically them and how they get back together. So, yeah. Honestly, it is a good read. There's a lot of fun scenes, I will call them. But, yeah, I mean, the story is still there. I like books that have story to it, so. Yep, that's what I read now. I am going to try and read Dorothy Must Die, because I've been promising someone I would read it.
They're so good.
So I'm going to probably read that, and I'm thinking Fever and the Chemical Romance.
Chemical Garden.
Thank you!
My Chemical Romance is
Yeah,
it's a band.
Chemical Garden trilogy, or I might read Sapphire Blue and Time Travelers. So, I don't know. Whatever I read, I read.
Okay, so for April, I finished out reading I, Ripper by Stephen Hunter. I got that from Edelweiss. The book will be coming out end of this month. It is such a good book. You get it from a journalist's point of view, Jack the Ripper's point of view, and then the last woman to be killed, which I think her name was Mary Kelly. So, you get the I should slow down. You get the viewpoint from her letters to her mother, which is really neat. It was such a good book. It was creepy in the appropriate places. Oh, it was just amazing. I love it, and I will end up buying it when it comes out. And then I read the Shadow Revolution by Clay and Susan Griffin, which that was really kind of unexpectedly, I liked it. That I purely got it just for cover purposes from NetGalley for review, and it was such a good book. I can't say enough about it. It's basically, there's werewolves in it, and there's a wolf hunter, and then you have two main characters who are scribes. Well, one calls himself a scribe, and then another one just calls him like a general practitioner of magic. And then you have alchemists, and there's obviously a romance going on. It is such a good book. I am so happy that I got it. It's obviously going to be a series, but it is so good. I loved it. And then, actually, we
I
did.
forgot Shattered, I think, in my list.
For the Iron Druid Chronicles, when we were going up north, traveling up north, and then coming back down, we did Trapped, Shattered, Grimoire of the Lamb, 2 Ravens, 1 Crow, from the Iron Druid Chronicles. And then I started on Dreams of Shards and Tatters. That is by Amanda. I've forgotten A. Amanda Downham, I believe is how you say it. But I had read for the 24-hour readathon. I finished reading The Shadow Revolution, and then I hit my goal for the year, and I'm like, now I don't want to read. So I'm like, my brain is doing tricks on me.
It's been very stressful at work and
Not really.
in the house, you know.
Not really. For
And
me.
life is just, yeah.
No, it's just my brain is just was like,
You're
goal
halfway
met.
done!
No, it was like goal met.
So you do a new goal.
Yeah.
I need to figure out how to do. I was on the mobile version of Goodreads, and
Yeah, I wish the
Wouldn't let me.
mobile version would let you do that.
I never used the mobile version.
it's stupid.
The app version.
Yeah, it's the mobile version.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was it for me. I will finish reading Dreams of Shards and Tatters this month. Hopefully, I can get into it. It's not that it's a bad book or anything. It's just that my brain just doesn't want to read right now. I don't have anything specific that I'm looking to read. So, I'll read what I read and we'll see when we get there. Bye!
Bye! Keep reading! What?
They're everywhere!
No, they're not. They're right here. If they were everywhere, you'd be stepping on them everywhere.